with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good evening, I'm Mike Ruzzi. Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of the NOWCAST. Pennsylvania's unemployment rate dropped to a new pandemic low. Across the state, payrolls jumped by nearly 29,000 last month. State figures released today show Pennsylvania's unemployment rate dropped 0.3 of a percentage point to 6.6% from June's adjusted rate. The national rate was 5.4% in July, more than a point below Pennsylvania's. Pennsylvania has regained about 65% of the 1.1 million jobs lost in the pandemic. Mill Creek police have made an arrest in a bank robbery. Police say they've arrested Rama Chirilla Jr. in connection with a robbery over the weekend. Police say he robbed the Marquette Savings Bank on Sterretania Road on Friday. He's been charged with one count of robbery. He's currently in the Erie County Prison on $150,000 bond. The countdown is on for the Crawford County Fair, and last-minute preparations are bringing the fairgrounds to life. Our Isaac Pedcash has more.
From a bird's-eye view of the racetrack here at the Crawford County Fair, you can see how busy preparations are. People setting up tents for concession stands, tractors moving equipment to and fro, and people bringing in livestock for the show that will happen in the next couple of days. All of this happening as people are excited, but there's also concern over COVID and rising cases as the Crawford County Fair gets set to begin. It's a question that's hovering over the fairgrounds. Will COVID put a damper on the festivities? The answer from committee member Julie Schmidt is no. She says they're prepared to battle the virus no matter what.
The board is very conscious of it, and there is signage up everywhere as well as the vendors, and there is plenty of opportunity for sanitation and things like that, and wearing masks is absolutely welcomed. There's no doubt that if that makes you comfortable, that's what you do.
Julie's son Josh is also prepared, but for something else. His Pig Out Barbecue food truck will make its debut this year after being on the sidelines in 2020. He doesn't see COVID-19 as a deterrent. In fact, he's counting on people wanting back their typical summer fun.
I really don't think so. I think people will just be excited to be able to get out and go to the fair and get kind of back to as much normal as they can. So I think people will be excited to get out and enjoy the fair and get some fair food like they always used to.
Rising cases also not stopping the always famous livestock shows. Former Meadville resident Debbie Wolverton coming from Arizona to show off her horses. She said a fair like this, regardless of circumstances, is too good to pass up.
I love the people, I love the fair, I love all the other horses. Except for mine right now.
Now, even though the fair doesn't start until tomorrow, vendors tell me they will spend all night getting ready in preparation for tomorrow's festivities because they say after last year they want this Crawford County Fair to be as great as it possibly can be. Reporting tonight in Crawford County, Isaac Petcash, Erie News Now.
Thanks, Isaac. Around the region, college campuses are starting to welcome new and returning students. We stopped by Penn State Barron today as students moved onto campus. Barron is just one of several local schools welcoming the class of 2025. Students span several majors and come from a variety of states and countries. One student we spoke with excited for a fresh start after the pandemic seriously impacted her senior year.
After having a weird senior year due to COVID, so I'm really excited, hoping everything stays relatively normal this year.
And meantime, across town, it's also move-in day at Mercyhurst University. Over 700 freshmen are moving in today and tomorrow with a little help from family, friends, and staff at the university. Freshman Haley LeBeau is coming all the way from St. Louis, Missouri, thanks to the draw of women's ice hockey and a stellar forensic studies program. Leaving home is hard, but she said she is certainly ready to go.
It's exciting. I mean, everything's so new, and so seeing everything's kind of cool, but it's also kind of hard, leaving everything back in Missouri. But I think it'll be fun and something new, which is good.
And across Erie County, Edinboro University also moving in freshmen. It's the kickoff to Welcome Weekend at the Borough. Students moved in this morning, and right away they were welcomed with an open house. The Welcome Weekend events include a screening of Jaws, a scavenger hunt, and a block party on Saturday night. Jamestown, New York is coming together to help an elderly couple make needed repairs to their lifelong home. Joe and Donna Raffa have lived in their Walnut Street home for more than 30 years. The lack of maintenance has led the city of Jamestown to levy several code violations against the couple. Since then, the Department of Development agreed to work with the Raffas and extended the deadline to address those violations. Due to health issues, the two are not able to fix up the property on their own. That's where volunteers come in and church leaders to lend a helping hand.
Put it out there, but I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to. And same thing, I just put it out to the group, said, hey, is this something you think we could do? And a couple people from the group immediately responded and said, you know what, we'll take a look.
And several local churches have come together to donate money to cover the cost of materials to make the repairs. The Jamestown Renaissance Corporation is also matching money raised up to $4,000. Thanks for joining us tonight for the NOWCAST. Join us for our next news at 10 on the CW and again at 11 on WICU and WSEE. Have a great night.